All right. I wanted to say something about stuff and things. Also, as an aside, you shouldn't laugh at your own jokes. All right, that's just bad. It's bad form. But I thought that was funny. Not that particularly, but just stuff and things. Whatever. I say that a bunch, and I bet other people say that a lot. Okay, let me just, people can say this. This is great. Trust data, not lore. So it's just an awesome shirt. And I thought I should put that on the record, especially because, at some point this is going to go in the bin, and my future self should remember that I had this. Look at it. It's just awesome. Remember data? Remember lore? That's just what he wears. And classic good shit. These things just, at the beginning, they just don't want to freaking stay lit, Photoshop. And, okay, so what I wanted to get on was there's always this talk of the post-scarcity society, right? Like, we're, as a civilization, humanity, on the cusp of reaching it. And I don't know why I'm just putting this, together in my head as a realization, whatever, because I kind of knew it, but I didn't know it. But I knew parts of it. But I just, I think everybody should know, and I should know in the future that hopefully, if we didn't, a lot of these things have the caveat. As long as we don't blow ourselves up or kill ourselves with a plague or a comet doesn't hit. We already have it now, today. We as a civilization basically have everything we need to fulfill the basic needs of everyone on the planet. If we just wanted to. If everyone, every nation, every person just actually made a concerted effort to do it, we could give everyone, every person, enough food, enough clothing, enough shelter, enough water, enough of the basic needs, enough electricity, probably enough, internet, enough of probably decent low-level luxuries, occasional, sweets or whatever. Not every day maybe, but once a month, treat them to something, just something to brighten their life a little bit, and I wouldn't, topple society's resources. And that could be done. I am pretty sure it's just that at least in the first world, everybody seems that uh, it would detract from our hyper privileged and extremely, comfortable and secure society to do so. Uh, and the ever present excuse for basically everything is it would cost too much to do so. But we can. We have the worldwide trade, distribution, and logistics network now, today, to make it happen. Um, to deliver at least sufficient food. Maybe not the most healthy food, but to deliver enough calories and something to every person. Of all the basic needs, what I refer to, and a lot of people refer to as the bottom section of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, to take care of all that stuff. So we don't need to enter that post-scarcity society because I think in a lot of ways we're already there. Even though we still need people, to do the job of, farming and manufacturing and all this other stuff. We don't have to wait until we have replicators and power systems to power the replicators and transporters to easily move everything around. We could just do it if, people gave a damn about doing it. But the truth of the matter is, we just don't give a shit about doing it. Say we do, but we don't. And more importantly, the people that have the resources and are in control of everything, of making policy and whatnot, don't care about making said policy changes to do that. So we exist in the state that we exist in. Because we exist in the state of profit making and incentive driven and all of this goofy shit. So, yeah. And that's what I wanted to put on the record as my thoughts about everything, about this whole post-scarcity thing. So, and maybe, maybe just maybe, if we ever do make replicators, maybe we'll just come up with another excuse. Maybe we'll be like, well, we just can't afford to give everybody replicators because reasons. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Or we can't give everybody replicators because they'll use them to make bombs or some shit like that. So we have to tightly control them. We can't decentralize the system. We have to control them. They have to be in government buildings or some shit like that. that's another thing, leads into another thing. They keep wanting to centralize power generation systems. Like, we got to make fusion power and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, we know how to make very good solar panels now. Why don't we just take the government money that we're throwing into fusion power and that $100 billion or whatever, and use that to just buy solar panels and put solar panels on every building in the country and wire them together with a decentralized grid, and a few hub stations that will shunt power if there's power outages, right? They're just network hubs, and they'll one area goes out and it'll reroute power from here to here to here, and it'll do it almost instantaneously. So your power goes out, and within I don't know how quickly it'll do it, but eventually, right at the beginning, it might take 10 seconds, but eventually have it down where it would go out and blink, and your power would go out, and you almost wouldn't even notice the downtime. And maybe by that time, every building would have some kind of battery backup where you may actually not notice the downtime because it would go down and the battery would be there, kick in, and then the thing would take over and the battery would be charged back up, and then there you go. So yeah, why don't we have a completely decentralized grid with every building, residential, commercial, industrial, having solar panels on them, paid for by, instead of giving hundreds of billions of dollars to these programs, just have solar panels. And it's not like we have to just buy them all from China. We could buy some from China, but we could also buy them from American made, German made, wherever, So, yeah, whatever. I mean, if I were in charge, that's what I'd do. But, then the profits of the power companies, because it's not like the power company is state owned, they're privately owned. Their profits would start to tank. So, again, you basically have to look where their profits are and who they donate to, and there you go, there's the answer. So it's not about what's best for you, me, and we can't give money. Actually, we do. They bug us for campaign donations every election. How many times have you seen it? Especially this this time. I see $5. We're coming up on a campaign deadline. We need your $5 donation. Why? Why do you need a $5 donation? I've said this before. Go away with your freaking money. I don't want to give you a campaign donation because you're not offering me anyone I give a shit about. I don't fucking care. I don't want to vote for Trump. I don't want to vote for Kamala. I don't want to vote for any of you. None of you are doing anything for me. This is what I want from my politician. I want you to take the 20 richest people and just throw them all in jail. I don't want a trial. I don't want any of that. I just want them all in prison with the most ruthless, blackest motherfuckers. I just want them all in jail, and I want all the money they have thrown into a big pile, and I want it given to the public school system. You do that, and I might consider voting for you. Just do it. Just, just be like, we're going to do this because you're corrupt. We don't have any proof, except we just know it because we have this, and this. And it's like, we just know you're fucked up. I mean, we don't have any, proof, but, I mean, come on. Yeah. Everybody knows you're fucking fucked up. We just know you're fucked up. So we're just sidestepping all the bullshit. And we're just throwing you in there. And fuck you. We're going to set the trial for 5 years from now. And there's no bail. And you like this justice system. This is what everybody else has to go through. And we're taking all your shit. And maybe you can get it back. Except by the time you get it back, it'll all be spent. So, good luck suing us. Because we're the government and fuck you. And we're not going to have any money to pay you back. So, what are you going to do? And, yeah. So do something like that. And then we can talk, show your government dick off and start strong-arming the hell out of these motherfuckers. And then I'll be like, all right, now you guys are doing something awesome. I like that. Strong-arm them the way you fucking bully the hell out of all the rest of us. And then I'll have a little bit of respect for you. But no, you're not doing that. You're just walking around using your police to fuck over everybody else. And letting them get away with fucking anything they want. So, yeah. Your goddamn Gestapo police. Shit. So, anyways. Yeah, I went from post-scarcity society to just fucking straight up take all the rich people's shit and, use it to patch the holes in our budget that they are honestly responsible for. And even if you took all that money, you wouldn't even begin to fix the potholes in the shit that they've created, with just one aspect being the public school system. Just that one thing you wouldn't even begin to fix. And that's just one thing out of I don't even know how many. I'm sure someone who studies this could come up with 5, 10 more. So yeah, all right, whatever. Anyways, I'm sure other people, if they ever watch this, will be like, "You're a communist or a socialist or whatever. You're against free marketism." I'm against bullies, and that's what these rich people are. They're bullies. They're bullies standing behind all their, I don't know. They play money games, and then they, you know, they don't even have the decency to walk up to us and stab us right here in the heart. They just, they nickel and dime everyone who's poor, and then they use lawyers, and they sit in the back rooms and they buy people off. And then they build gated communities, and so it's all cowardly ass shit, so whatever. They're cowards just like the police are, because that's why I say police are cowards, because next time they come to try and give you crap about using about a broken taillight and there's 6 cops there, just remember that they're cowards, because it's a broken taillight, and they need 3 squad cars with 2 cops in each one. That demands half of the local police force be there. Just, I'm sure it does. Maybe they should call the SWAT team.